Dear friends and family, today I announced my candidacy for the United States Senate. I am deeply honored to have entered into public life today, and I look forward to the coming campaign with all the force of my soul. To many of you, this announcement may seem sudden, and perhaps premature, but to those who have known me, this campaign has been 8 years coming. In late 2006, when I was working as a pharmacy technician, my family was forced to sell everything when the Drug Enforcement Administration forced the closure of the pharmacy. My wife and children had to move to a one-bedroom apartment in Orlando while I remained in Tampa, homeless, in order to finish my bachelor's degree. I vowed vengeance on the DEA. I swore that one day I would gain power enough to end the drug war and put those agents out of work like they did to me. I would make their families homeless, as they did mine. But the following 8 years taught me many lessons. Certainly the anger was strong enough to propel me through my junior and senior years of college in 1 year, to excel in law school even apart from my family, to become licensed to practice law in 4 states, to open my own law firm, and to defend those who were targeted in the drug war as I was. One's perspective changes, however, or so we hope, when one realizes himself to be in a position of power. Suddenly the lust for personal vengeance subsides, and more noble sentiments take hold. Many of us have a cynical view of politicians. We assume that they seek their power not for the good of the nation, but for their own self-aggrandizement. That they are rich people looking to become richer, powerful people looking for more power, that they serve the special interests who pay them rather than their fellow countrymen. And oftentimes this surely is the case. But I would ask you to suspend your disbelief, at least for the next 18 months. I'm controlled by no special interests. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, and I honestly believe I have much to offer the United States of America. My pilgrimage to the Mojave Desert 2 years ago cured me of my juvenile humor. I once held the esteem of those around me with contempt and criticized society with reckless abandon. I would rail against everything existing if it would affect the consciousness of the listener, whether positively or negatively, mattered not. But if the past 2 years have taught me anything, it is that taking a stand against something is easy. To stand for something is the most difficult thing of all. The coming campaign will be impossible to bear, let alone to win, without your support. Whether you live in Orlando or Miami, in Tampa or Tallahassee, in Jacksonville or Daytona, I need your help and your affection now more than ever. This is the hour we have been preparing for all these years. This is that moment of destiny so many dream of, but so few experience. As in any campaign, the only thing that matters is victory. Historians agonize endlessly over how certain wars could have been won, about the mistakes that could have been avoided, about the factors contributing to defeat. But in the final analysis, there is only one everlasting fact. The losing side has lost that campaign forever. There is no redemption. But if we can set aside our cynicism and pull together, we can do more than just make a statement. We can actually win. The victorious mindset has simply never entered the heads of candidates and supporters of third parties, but I assure you, it is not only a fantastical possibility, it is within our reach. The American people are sick of the two-party system, its outrageous corruption, its impotence to return the United States to its former glory. They are, as you and I are, enraged at the meteoric rise in government brutality, the viciousness of our military endeavors, the bankruptcy of the elite's ideology. No one wants our children's generation to be burdened with quadrillions of dollars in debt, or the inevitable collapse of our society beneath such weight. Our generation must be the one to throw itself into the arena of history and combat the system. No one else will do it for us. And what cowardice it would be to expect our children to fight the war we wish to avoid. We can make this change. My election would signal to the powers that be that the American people truly are awakening to the fact that their leaders have sold them and their children down the river. But I cannot win without your help. I ask you, in all sincerity, to join me. Not I alone, but your country needs you. With that, know that I am, with very great esteem, your most obedient servant, Augustus sold Invictus.